Hello and welcome back to the Efficient Skillet. My name is Willie and I hope that you're doing extremely well out there. I know that I am. Today's cooking video is brought to you in part by Michael Farmer Independent Insurance Agency with 30 plus A-rated carriers and 16 combined years of experience. At Michael Farmer, their greatest asset is you, the customer. Ask about insurance for home, health, mobile home, builder's risk, landlord policy, RV, watercraft, motorcycles, ATVs, autos, farm equipment, livestock, farm and ranch, loggers, flood, life, commercial, workers' comp, commercial auto, commercial property, and more. Let Michael Farmer review your insurance today. Click their ad on our top headlines page. Today we're going to cook cheese stuffed onion rings. Okay, so when it comes to making cheese stuffed onion rings, first thing you want to do is start with a large yellow onion. I know this looks brown or tan, but it's technically called a yellow onion. So anyway, what you want to do is go ahead and cut the ends off of it. And then you want to peel it like this. Once you have your onion completely and nicely peeled, what you want to do is cut, don't go too thick. Okay, so you want them about, I don't know, that's about 3/4 of an inch, about that thick right there. And cut your onion about like that. You just kind of eyeball it. Now that you've got them cut, the next thing you want to do is press all your rings out. It should come out pretty easy. See that? If you go too thick, then it's hard to push them out. I know from experience, so go about this thick on them when you're cutting. Press all your rings out. With our onion slice, what you want to do now is take you a big ring and then take one that's smaller and you can throw it in there and it leaves a little bit of gap between them like that. And what I've got here is like a slice of mozzarella cheese. Now you can use like singles like this. These are what commonly referred to as Kraft singles. You can use these, you can use mozzarella cheese or whatever kind of cheese you like. I'll go ahead and use this Kraft single here. You want to cut it in little strips like this. And then what you do is you take this cheese and you put it down in these little gaps, because it has a gap between the outer onion and the one you threw in, the outer ring, should I say. Then you put that cheese down in those gaps. And it takes a little patience, but you can do it. Once you have your cheesy rings assembled, what you want to do is put them in the refrigerator and leave them there for about 2 hours. What that does is it just makes everything hold together better when we start breading them. And if you have any leftover onion pieces, put them in a baggie and throw them in the fridge too, for another project another time. What? We're live? Oh. Okay. Okay. Okay, our stuffed cheese stuffed onion rings have been in the refrigerator for 2 hours now. So what I'm going to do is I'm just take some flour and I'm going to season it up with, you can use whatever seasoning you like. I like this Slap Ya Mama Creole seasoning. It's really good. It says Creole, but it's really, in my opinion, just a really good general purpose seasoning. So take you some flour and season it up, season it to taste. And if you haven't done so, go to a Wally World and get you one of these plastic tubs. They're really cool. They make general purpose cooking and stuff in the kitchen, like breading things like we're about to do with these onion rings. It makes it just a whole lot easier. All right, so here's our cheese stuffed onion rings. What we want to do is put them in the flour. Now, when you're doing this, be careful, because even though they've been in the refrigerator for a while, and that helps them hold together, they're still a little fragile, so be careful when you're doing this. They'll become more solid, as y'all see as this goes on. But they can still come apart kind of easy, so be careful with them. But see how easy it is to bread something when you got a little plastic tub like this. It costs like $2 at Wally World. Anyway, flour them up and then take them out. Okay, so with the onion rings floured up, the next thing I'm going to do is put 3 eggs in this little pan, and then I'm just going to put 1/3 a cup of milk with it. And of course, whip it all together. Okay, with all that whipped together, what we're going to do now is I'm going to take a box of breadcrumbs, these little round boxes you get at the store. Well, I think they're less than $2. I like the Italian style. I think it just has really good flavor to it. And where we had our flour earlier, now we're putting breadcrumbs. I just put the whole box in there. And what we want to do is take our onion rings and then dip them in the egg and milk mixture here. Make sure you get them thoroughly saturated. Drop them in the breadcrumbs. Oh yeah. And again, with our handy dandy tray, we get them breaded up. Okay, we've got our stuffed onion rings breaded. They're ready to fry. So I've got my skillet. You can use canola oil, peanut oil, vegetable oil. It's all up to you. I've got it preheated to, my grease preheated to 375, and we're just gonna lay them in the grease there and start cooking. Now I'm gonna warn you in advance, when you cook these, some of that cheese is gonna come out from the breading and stuff. At least most of the time that's what happens. I've made these a number of times for Angel and she just loves them. So let's see how this goes. See how the cheese starts coming up through there? That's normal, it's okay. There's nothing wrong with cheese, even if it comes out from the breading, just like there's nothing wrong with bacon. Even if it falls out of your sandwich onto the plate, you still eat it. It's still good. All right, they've been cooking, honestly, for about a minute, so let's just go ahead and turn them over here and let them cook a little bit more. About another minute, we're gonna turn them over again. And what I'm gonna do now is pull them in. I like to put them on a cooling rack. That's one of these pans with the little wire tray. I like to use a cooling rack. You can use paper towels if you like, but I like a cooling rack for fried stuff like this. It's a little messy, but it's worth it. then once we pulled them out of the refrigerator and started frying within less than 10 minutes, I got a pan filled with cheese stuffed onion rings. I always have a hard time pronouncing words so long like that. Well, let's give it the cut into it test and see what we got. Oh yeah, see the cheese in there? This is a mozzarella one right here. So you really have two onion rings with cheese in between them. Let's see, I think this is a yellow one. Let's look at this one. This is one with one of the Kraft singles in it, I think. They're crispy too. Oh, this one's also a mozzarella one, but as you can see, it's got all the cheese and stuff in there. Now, when it comes to eating these, you can dip them in whatever you like. I love this Ken's Steakhouse Ranch. I've tried the other ranch ones, and I think Ken's just makes the very best. So, yep, but you can use ketchup, whatever you like. It's all up to you. It's your onion rings. And I'm going to dip it in this ranch dressing here. Mmm. Wow. Mmm. Oh, man. You got the crispiness from those Italian breadcrumbs. Of course, you got the fried onions. Then you got that cheese in there just with it and everything. And you dip it into that ranch. Mmm. Man. That is so delicious. Folks, you're going to love this recipe. Mmm. Man, that's good. Mmm. I wonder if this is one of the Kraft single ones. One way to find out. Bite into it. Mmm. Yep. Mmm. So delicious. Mm. That's what pants are made for. I apologize for pigging out in front of y'all, but they're really good. So anyway, we hope you try it, and we hope you like it. Sorry. If you haven't done so, hit the subscribe button. If you want to comment or leave any comments below about anything in the world, just comment below, and you can email us efficientskillet@gmail.com. Make America great again.